Shalom. Excuse me. Shalom. Giving all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Shai, B'Shem Rakak Wadash. Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, get ready for it. This is new information. We were all wrong. We were wrong. The Edomites are black. We were wrong. The Edomites are black. ISUPK was wrong. IUIC was wrong. GMS is wrong. Sakari is wrong. HODC, any of these group, Priest Daniela, you wrong. We all wrong, bro. We all wrong. Edomites are black people with red hair, like Malcolm X and Red Fox. And we have to give an apology to FOPI, because they got it. They finally got it, man. So, we should change the name to FOPI, because we, for our people, edification. We've been edified. Okay, so now this is, it's actually around about the 58-minute mark, but I'm here at the 56 minute 36 second mark. So I'm just going to let it play. You're going to hear echo because I'm not going to mute my mic. So you're going to hear echo in the background.
I would never give you the land of the Ammonites. So when you look at the Arnon River below it, that's the land of Moab. When you look at the top, that's what you would call the country. We never took Moab's land from them. We took it from the Ammonites, who took it from Moab. So the territory at the top is where Reuben was dwelling at, because Moses died on Mount Nebo, right above the Arnon River, right there, Mount Nebo. That's where Moses died at.
And K. Judah, remember the city we just read?
There you go, Kerr. That's Kerr.
That is right there.
Land. That's their real land at the bottom.
It's like I say, we just put it all together right in scripture. So how can they be in Japan and China? It's all right here, right in your face. I mean, it's not a mistake. But go ahead, K. Judah. It's not a mistake.
And where y'all see the Arnon River at, if you get another map, not only...
Okay, you heard what what's his name? Shah Sham. He said that the Ammonites and Moabites are not the Chinese. Neither the Moab and Ammon. This is Canaan right here. Moab, Amorites, Ammon. Supposed to be the Japanese. We were wrong on that. Moab, Chinese. We were wrong on that. Even vocab knows that. Vocab said, what did he say? Well, he was talking about Edom. He said, how can you mean to tell me that there were Europeans in the land of Edom? Yes, but they were not called Europeans. And Europe was named after a black woman that goes Europa, which is a fictional character in Greek mythology. Zeus came down and manifested himself as a white bull and seduced Europa to jump on the bull's back, and then he popped her a couple of times. Inside joke. So for you people that Europe this and Europe and where you're, do you know that Europe is a black, named after black woman? Greek mythology. Y'all don't know that. So let's listen.
Will you find, okay, they go to Ammonites, right?
Right.
Moab is in close proximity with the Ammonites and the Moabites, because they dwelt around the territories and borders of the children of Israel, right? This is why in Isaiah 63, the Lord say, who is this coming from Edom with dyed clothes on? He came from Edom, y'all.
Yep.
Because Edom's territory is by our land.
Exactly.
He gonna whoop up on Edom's head, coming from what? The east.
And
the east.
That's what he said. He gonna go over there and he going to war with who? Edom and the mingled people.
The mingled people.
Think about the mingled people. Who y'all think he's talking about? The mingled people. He's talking about all those Ottoman Turks, those Arabs, those modern day Ammonite, Moabites, all of them. They all considered to be mingled up over there. That's who they are. They all mingled up over there. That's where the Lord going to war at, over there, with them mingled people. Go ahead, K. Judah.
So Sham, if the so-called white man is Edom,
and you know what they say, if you didn't know, you would say, "Yo, this is some deep info. I got to get with these brothers. How can I get How can I get down? How can I be down?" You got a lot of different Israelite. You got the Kemetic community. You got the Moors. You got the Black Panthers. You got this group. You got that group. You got Black Lives Matter, BLM. You got all these groups to choose from, and they're all stumbling blocks. Matthew 24. And it says false Christ, but the word there is Messiah, false messiahs, false prophets, and false messiahs shall deceive many. Goes on to say in Matthew 24, if it was possible, they would deceive the very elect. But they're not going to deceive the elect. So these are stumbling blocks that the Most High set up to lead Israel down the wrong path. See, the Most High only wants the elect to wake up to this, not all Israel. So the Most High said, well, let me set up stumbling blocks. Give me a second. Let me go ahead and get that right quick. There's a whole list of scriptures on the stumbling block. But I believe the one that I want, by the way, here it is. These are the Edomites. See the red hair? See, Edomites. Okay, so where am I? Let's go to, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that's in Ezekiel 3. See, if you don't have this spiritual eye salve, you're going to follow these guys. Okay, give me a second here. Again, Ezekiel 3 verse 20, again, when a righteous man doeth turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, and I lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die. Because the stumbling block are all these different groups out there: Kemetic, Black Panthers, BLM, Democrat, Black Republicans, different Israelite groups, Yah Israelites, Demona Israelites, Black-only Israelites, certain groups that came out of, stem from the One West. Before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. Why do we constantly put up videos? Because we're giving the people warning. We're telling the people, this group, although they call themselves Israelites, they're going off. If you got an Israelite group teaching you that the MOTB is something other than the micro C-hip, they're going off. Don't follow them. Now, we told them. Now, if they go ahead and listen to that group because they got pretty garments, and you go ahead and get and the leader, and I pray to the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rakakwadash, that fool Bishop Nate wakes up and says I was wrong, and that's hard to do. That's like a rich man entering into the kingdom. It's like a camel going through the eye of a needle, because now Bishop Nate is rich. So I hope his pride doesn't get in the way when it actually comes out. I hope he doesn't say, y'all can go ahead and get it, like he did. He told the people to get the jump shot. He told them they can get it. He said, it's up to you. Go ahead and get it. And if you're saying I'm a liar, I dare you. I double dare you to tell me I'm a liar. Tahar, you a damn liar. Okay, I got the video. I got the video. Check out the video. Inside joke. He shall die because thou has not given him warning. That's why we're defenders of the gospel. So we do a lot of videos really in response to debunk other videos. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered. But now you guys, you might have put in 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, then you fall out before the destruction. You can't say, well, look, I did this thing for 20 years. I know I felt it. Most I ain't dealing with you. He don't want to hear. That's he erased the record. You know, like a chalkboard. You write some information, then you get the eraser. Did you get it? Did you get all the notes? And then you take the chalk. That's what the Most High did to what you did, to your record. But his blood will I require at thy hand, because we're supposed to warn him, right? Thou hast not given him warning. Supposed to give him warning. Let me look up the word warning. I'll look up the word stumbling block as well. Warning, warning. I believe the word is remembrance, to bring to. Oh, okay. Okay, the word is. I'm sorry, it's not remember, Zakar. It's Zahar. It said to admonish, and the word admonish means a stiff warning. Like you got Donald Trump in this criminal case, and the judge keeps fining him. So he said, "I see that these fines are not shutting you up. I'm going to now. You do it again, I'm going to lock you up, or I'm going to kick you out of the courtroom, or lock you up." So that's an admonishment. Like your parents say, "Touch that thing again, I'm going to whip your ass." Then you touch it, you get your ass whipped. You got a warning. You was admonish, warn, teach, shine, send out light, be light, be shining, to be taught, be admonished, to teach, warn, like a stiff warning, to shine, send out light. That's beautiful. Send out light, and that's what we're doing. So when you have a certain groups bring out their information, that's darkness. So what do? You put the light on them, man. Roaches run when you turn the lights on. That's a topic right there. Roaches, human roaches and real roaches, and spiritual roaches. So this is why we constantly making videos, because we're commanded to make these videos in season and out of season, not like the IUIC. If there's a cold climate, they take the winters off. Now, what if you live in a cold climate all year round? You're just not going to go out because it's cold? So, let me come on back. Let you get another look. This is it. Edomite. How can you prove the Edomite? What does it say about the Edomites? Red all over like a hairy garment. And they call his or her name Esau, the Edomites. See, that's why Solomon was getting down with him. Now, Edomite won't be looking good. Something about that red hair. Oh, Malcolm X is an Edomite. Red Fox, an Edomite. Edomi, so you can understand. Look at that. You can be an Edomite and have dreads. Malcolm X, the Edomite. Original Edomites, not white people. White people are sons of Japhet. Okay, so now let's come on back over here. Okay, this is right about when Shawsham comes in.
The Lord said that who is this coming from Edom? And they saying that the white man is Edom over here. Brother, the Lord say he coming from Edom over there.
Exactly.
Over there.
You have to understand the pure-blooded Edomites, or the original ones of the Edomites, they are black. They
absolutely
they are the original ones of the Edomites.
There.
You have to understand the pure-blooded, or the original ones. Exactly.
Over there.
You have to understand the pure-blooded Edomites, or the original ones of the Edomites. They are black. They
absolutely.
They are Negroes. They are Negroes with red hair. That's all they are. They're red hair Negroes. And he spoiled his seed when he mixed out. So you have other people that are Edomite bloodline, but they are what you call the mixed seed of Edom, the spoiled seed of Edom. Because Edom spoiled his seed, family.
He sure did.
That's what I try to tell y'all. That's why, see, people get mad when you say this. Yeah, you can mix with an Edomite, a pure-blooded one that look like a Negro, and that's why they say that the Edomite was allowed in the congregation in the third generation, because it didn't change the phenotype. That's why they get mad when we say that. But it's the truth. The original Edomite was never white. That's a one West lie. The original Edomite are black. They are Negroes with red goat, like a goat hair, like a stringy goat hair. But they black people with goat looking hair. They just Negro or black dude with red hair. Black people get red hair all the time. My cousin's hair turned red, but they Negroes. You see what I'm saying, K. Judah?
Absolutely.
Right? But that's an albino. You can grow red hair. I got a red hair coming out my beard, which I thought was weird. But yeah, Esau is nothing but a Negro, which I thought was weird. Grow red hair. I got a red.
Absolutely.
Right? But that's an albino. You can grow red hair. I got a red hair coming out my beard, which I thought was weird. But yeah.
Well, you an Edomite. Shawsham, the Edomite.
Yeah, Esau is nothing but a Negro with red hair all over his body. That's it. And matter of fact, just get that, K. Judah, where it talks about us mixing with the Edomites, please, and coming into the third generation so we can read it. That way y'all can understand it. That's why I tell people, if you ever played a video game called Zelda, and the evil man that Zelda fight against Link, that fight at the end of his people, I think his name Gandalf, his race, they are dark-skinned people with red hair. That's how the original Edomites would have looked, like that. And they was considered an evil people in a game called The Legend of Zelda. And the Most High showed me that one day, and I said, wait a minute. And he was like,
oh, so the Most High showed you that he gave you the secret through a video game. Oh, okay. All right.
Like this would be, he was telling me, through the spirit, this is how an Edomite would look. They black with red hair, Negroes.
Absolutely.
They not white people that came out the womb. That's a lie. And we could interbreed with them, and our phenotype wouldn't change. That's why it had to be the third generation, because it really didn't. The bloodline really is not that bad mixing with an Edomite, but the Lord wanted to clean it up still and say, hey, when you hit the third generation, they was allowed in. Why is that in scripture, fam?
You know who that is? Guess what? She's an Edomite. She's an Edomite, y'all. See, when you have the spiritual eye salve, you can see right through this. Fair words, fine speeches, deceive the heart of the simple.
Family, why is it in scripture? Why? Nobody want to talk about that though. Same thing with the who else? The Ethiopian and the Egyptian. We all looked alike. That's why we had amongst the Edomites. When how was we able to hide amongst the Edomites for a certain time when we was going to war if Esau was white? how we was going to war with Edom side by side, and they said they couldn't tell the difference between the
I was just about to say that. Thank you for bringing that out. I was just about to bring that out. Yep.
So you want to tell me, listen, if we didn't look like the Edomites, why they couldn't tell us apart? When we was warned with these people. Scriptures they never want to talk about. So you want to tell me you can look at a white man and a black man, but they hear Edomite at the time, and we in war, and they don't know who's an Edomite and who's an Israelite? Like, stop it.
So basically, what he's saying, whether he took a bag or not, we don't know. That, well, he said that the Edomites fought side by side. I don't know what time period he's talking about. But the bottom line, you heard it. That's why I had to play it. By the way, this is a fair use. Let me bring this back 10, 15 seconds.
Scriptures they never want to talk about. So you want to tell me you can look at a white man and a black man, but they hear Edomite at the time, and we in war, and they don't know who's an Edomite and who's an Israelite? Like, stop it. They're the games they play.
I don't know what that's all about. What's that all about?
What? Some white people are Edomites. They're just not pure-blooded. They are what you call the...
Okay, so he said some white people are... Some white people are Edomites, but they're not pure-blooded. So the pure-blood Edomite was a black man with red hair. Like I said, if you don't have those glasses, we can't help you, man. Yeah, I can't do nothing for you, man. You went from the jelly into the jam. I can't do nothing for you, man. Tahar's got problems of his own. By the way, Flavor Flav is Nigerian. I met him. We was in the tombs together.
Spoiled seed Edomites, the mixed out ones. Because look who Edom married. You gotta look how he defiled his seed. The scriptures tell you that. And then he was trying to hide his seed amongst all the nations. Was he not, KJ? That's in the scripture.
It tell you that in the book of Obadiah that you have spread your he say,
yes.
Man, you want me to get that?
We'll get that. Let's get the breeding in first of the generations, and then
he said you have made. I don't even need to get it. He said you have made yourself small among the heathen.
Right. Well, go ahead. You can get it then. Go ahead. To the Obadiah. Because I know we supposed to be getting a red bone. We are a family, but this information we bringing out first is more important.
See, more proof that we're an Edomite when you get a chick. Now they still use that terminology because when I was young. Back in the day, many years ago, you want to get a red bone, a light-skinned woman that kind of look Puerto Rican or Dominican, right? We call them red bones. So guess what? We got to change the whole doctrine, you know. So some of you guys in Israel might actually be Edomites. He's an Edomite. He just said he had a red hair grow out of his skin. He's an Edomite. Need that eye salve, man. You need them glasses. You need the glasses from they live.
Important to lead up to what we're saying and why certain things happen, so y'all can understand the bloodline genealogy. If we didn't go over this, y'all wouldn't understand it. This is important, just as important as leading up to a red bone. You see what I'm saying? That's why we had to go over the stuff with Lot.
Oh no! Look at this here. Who's this? Yehuda, Isaiah, biblical facts. Arabia is mystery Babylon. Basra, where Christ will fight, is mystery Babylon. So Arabia and Bosra are Babylon. So this place, the U.S., is not Babylon. And he had Nazariah, broke off from Chicago with his crew. They said the Babylon is in the Vatican City. My. It was Nephilim bloodline, king. The Apostle Paul in Romans chapter 11, 25 and 26, got to read 25 and 26. It said, "At least ye be wise in your own conceit." They come up with this doctrine, this anti-doctrine, and they really truly believe it. Hey, the same thing goes with the IUIC. The IUIC, you if you encounter them, no matter what you tell them they're going off, they're going to stand with what Bishop Nathaniel taught them. And that's being wise in your own conceit. You're not considering that maybe Bishop Nate can be wrong. He was wrong about the Cornelius thing. Could he be wrong about anything else? Another voice they will not hear. I'm merely paraphrasing John 10. If our gospel be hid, it is hid to them that are lost. Of whom the God of this world, who's the God of this world? The elite. That's why in this country, in Arab world, there's only one religion, Islam. You can't even come into the country. Certain Arab countries, you can't even come into that country unless you convert to Islam. When Spike Lee made the movie X, and they went to Mecca, do you know they all had to convert to Islam? Spike Lee, Malcolm X, the whole crew, they had to convert to Islam in order to go in the country and film there. Anyway, Abraham and Sarah, brothers and sisters with the same father. Nope, wrong.
And his children and who they were. Because this is the false teachings that they like to say. So whenever you're ready, K. Judah.
This is Obadiah, and I'm going to just get straight to the point. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, bro. He made Edom nation small amongst the other heathen nations, okay? And he a greatly despised people. That's why I always talk about the, like I say, when they say this is the man that been causing all the chaos on the earth, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, K. Judah?
Yeah, you talking about Isaiah 14.
Or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, it ain't gonna be no white man. It's gonna be a nigga. A lot of y'all gonna be surprised. I keep telling y'all that.
You heard it again. Edomites are really niggas. And I'm what's coming in the back of my mind. One body. Look, man, Jacob have I loved. That's past. So when you bring it up to the future, that if you hated somebody in the past, you're gonna love them in the future. If you love somebody in the past, you're gonna hate them in the future. So when you really look at it, Malachi 1, what is it really saying? It's saying that the Most High always hated Jacob and always loved Esau. Esau is a man. And this is the new one. Like I said, you heard it, that the Edomites are black people.
When they say this is the man that been causing all the chaos on the earth, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about, K. Judah?
Yeah, you talking about Isaiah 14.
Or whatever. Yeah, I'm trying to tell y'all, it ain't gonna be no white man. It's gonna be a nigga. A lot of y'all gonna be surprised. I keep telling y'all that. Trust me. There's not gonna be a white guy you're gonna see. It's gonna be a nigga. And that's why everybody gonna be looking like, what? This is the man? Yeah. I'm telling y'all, it's not no white man. It's gonna be a nigga.
So Esau is not no white man. the Edomites are black. I can close it at this particular point. Listen to a little bit more of this madness here. The key thing about this is not that you're an Israelite so much. You're an Israelite, okay, that's good. But are you one of the elect? Because you're going to have Israelites that know that the Israelites is not going to make it. They're going to call on, they're going to see the missiles come. They're going to call on the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And they're not going to get beamed up.
I got that. No. You asked me to get Deuteronomy 23, verse 7 through 8.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, for he is thy brother. Thou shalt not abhor Egyptian, because thou was a stranger in his land. The children that are begotten of them shall enter into the congregation of the children that are begotten of them.
Of them, go ahead.
Shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in their third generation.
So he's telling us if we had children with them, right? They can, that's begotten of them, they can enter into the kingdom, family. That's a congregation.
So now he's saying that Edomites can be saved. They're going to make it, and they're going to be in the kingdom. They're going to be sitting on thrones. You heard it. Fair use, fair use, fair use. And it makes you think in your mind the same way you thought about one body with the Most High really always loved Esau. Yeah, you're right. He hated him back there, but he loves him now. He used to love Jacob, but he hates Jacob. He found out Jacob was wicked as hell, so he said, you know, I was wrong. I hate Jacob and I love Esau. They're giving out bags, y'all. I can't prove it. I can't prove it. So let me listen to that again. I can't believe my ears.
The children that are begotten of them.
Of them, go ahead.
Shall enter into the congregation of the Lord in their third generation.
So he's telling us if we had children with them, right? They can, that's begotten of them, they can enter into the kingdom, family. That's a congregation. And then
Edomites will be a part of the kingdom. They can be saved. They can be delivered. But they're black.
And third generation. Why is it?
And by the way, when you go back to Deuteronomy 23 and 7, the word said a bore has nothing to do with hate. Like if your woman is on a period, you stay away from her 7 days. In the kingdom, you're going to have separate houses for your woman. When they get their period, you ain't going to deal with that woman for 7 days. That's why you're going to have more than one woman.
Is that you notice whenever we ask about those certain scriptures, One West would never explain it. they 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 will. And you right, Elder Apostle. The original, the Edomites there, they mixed with the Herodians and the Canaanites. We agree. But the original Edomites are black.
Yeah. That's true what Brother Yehuda just put in there. The Edomites and the Jews fought the Romans together, and they could not tell them apart. So if they couldn't tell them apart, how they white?
Didn't say that, and I believe they got that from me. I'm the first one. They could have figured it out themselves, you know. But I was the one that said during the time of 70 A.D., the Roman siege in Jerusalem, that you had Edomite fighting side by side with Jake. That doesn't mean that Edomites were black. There were Edomites that goes back to John Hyrcanus, the high priest, that killed a lot of them, burnt a lot of them, and he took a certain number of them and said, okay, I'm not going to kill you, but you got to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. So they were following Israelites, but they're not going to get the kingdom. Edomites will be in the kingdom, but they're going to be slaves in the kingdom.
How they Caucasian? When you can't tell somebody apart, that mean they look alike.
Exactly.
Just like when Yahshua went and hid in Egypt, Short Sham. They couldn't find that baby.
Right. Because he looked like all the rest of the babies. Dad,
Yeah, that's Egypt. The original Egyptians, Mizraim, were so-called black people. The rulers were Edomites. That's why you got these stupid crackers, scholars that says no, Egyptians were white people here, and you're showing me pictures of members of the Ptolemaic dynasty. Then they were dressing with the regalia of the Egyptians. See, they're white people. See that white woman. She's an actual Cleopatra. Cleopatra. You had more than one Cleopatra. The Cleopatra was an Edomite at that time.
what we doing next? Where we going next?
Did you want to go ahead and?
Oh, no, right here. I want you to
Okay.
read this.
Gotcha.
So I added this in here too about the Moabites. All right, this is our stock. So you just read this, K. Judah.
It say the Moabites were of Shem. That's Shem, huh?
Right. Shem
The
stock.
okay. The Moab.
Doesn't make them Israelites. Edomites were also Shem. Well, this is one of them because it says Semitic. It's actually supposed to be Shem.
Moabites were of Shem stock, and of kin to the Hebrew, and of kin to the Hebrews.
Yeah, they were kin because they were Shemites, as opposed to Hamites and Japhites. Doesn't mean that they were Israelites.
See? Because they Hebrews themselves.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're Hebrew. They're Shemitic Hebrew Moabites. They're not. If Moab did not come out of Jacob, they're not Israelites. They're not going to receive the blessings.
As is indicated by their descent from Lot, the nephew of Abraham, and by their language, which is particularly the same as the Hebrew.
Yeah, because they was in that region. Moabites spoke Hebrew. Lashawan Kodash, as we call it. Ammonites, Edomites,
This is clearly
Ishmaelites, Midianites.
from the inscription
The 6 sons by through Keturah, they spoke Hebrew.
on the MS, a monument of Mesha, king of Moab, erected about 850 BC, as discovered among the ruins of Daban in 1868. It contains 34 lines of about 9 words each, written in the old, that's Phoenician, huh?
Right.
Talking about the Meshach Stele, the Moabite stone. Of course it was written in Hebrew. They were living in that region. They were speaking Hebrew.
Yeah, that's Phoenician. Yeah, written in Old
Phoenician, okay,
and Hebrew.
And Hebrew.
Right.
a Phoenician and Hebrew characters corresponding to the Salon inscription and those found in Phoenicia, showing that it is a dialect of the Shem tongue prevailing in, what's that, Paleo-Hebrew?
Right, in Paleo Hebrew.
Okay. The original inhabitants of Moab were the Ems.
Right. So
Yeah, another name, Deuteronomy 2, verse 10, they were also known as Emim.
as y'all can see, family, Moab and they are related. They was even using the Hebrew.
Yeah, but they're not Israelites and they're not going to receive the blessing. They're going to be captives unto us. So what are these guys talking about? Let me listen to a little bit more. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Hebrew Phoenicians characteristics as well, and then that's when they started. I think they switched their language out to the Moabite inscriptions. But at one point, as they got evidence that they was using it, so we know that they are Shemites.
Yeah, of course they were Shemites. Of course they were. What's the big deal? But they're not Israelites. And they spoke Hebrew.
And
Straight
yeah,
Shemites.
here we go right here too. This is to prove how we know that they are over there and they got mixed into with the Arabs. Go ahead, read that, K. Judah.
Moab plays a part.
No, right here.
Okay, I got you.
So these guys are teaching that Moab and Ammon, and I guess Edom, they stayed there. They didn't go nowhere. Complete madness. Anyway, with that, if y'all want to watch the rest, I stopped at 108.26. This is complete madness. But like I said, there's a stumbling block. Matter of fact, let me come back over here. Let me deal with the word stumbling block. Rihanna is an Edomite. There's a law in the Old Testament. Stumbling block. Do not put a stumbling block before the blind. That's talking about an actual stumbling block. Something that a person doesn't see it, they stumble over it. But there's a spiritual stumbling block as well. Stumbling block means or occasion of stumbling blocks. You can spiritually stumble. A stumbling fall, means of occasion of stumbling block. The very first scripture, stumbling block. Thou shalt not cause the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind. And that's a physical thing. Oh, I see a blind person coming. Let me put this rock in front of them so they can fall over it because they can't see it, and I'm going to laugh at them. That's an actual stumbling block. An object to make them fall. But there's a spiritual stumbling block. See, Shasham and them and Fopi, they're spiritual one body stumbling block. IUIC stumbling block. IUCBK stumbling block. All of them are stumbling blocks. The MOTB is a major stumbling block. That the MOTB is an embargo, Christianity, sin in all of its forms, whether it be religious or political. Isaiah 57 verse 14, and shall say, cast ye up, prepare the way, take up the stumbling block out of the way of my people. You got John the Baptist, he prepared the way, right? And we here, the elect, we're preparing the way for the Lord. Now, this precept right here makes me think of 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 4. You know, knocking down strongholds, those are stumbling blocks. See, back when we were kids, we all thought that Jesus was a so-called white man. You had it in your houses. Black people had, so-called black people, Israelites, had Abraham. They had John F. Kennedy, a picture of Caesar Borgia, and then a picture of Martin Luther, MLK. So that was a major stumbling block. The first time I heard that so-called Jesus was black by the Muslims. That's long before I came into Israel. Well, I heard it from my parents. We don't believe in that shit. They ain't had no Caesar Borgia in the house. My grandmother did, though. There it is again. Jeremiah 6 verse 21. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will lay stumbling blocks before this people, the Israelites, and the fathers and the sons together shall fall upon them. The neighbor and his friend shall perish. Ultimately, you're going to perish by the missiles. So the Most High put the spirit on these guys, these individuals, to put forth these stumbling blocks, these spiritual stumbling blocks. And I read this, Ezekiel 3 verse 20. Right. Ezekiel 14 and 3. Son of man, these men had set up their idols in their heart and mind, and put the stumbling block, spiritual stumbling blocks of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? Right, I'm read this in the middle of Ezekiel 14 and 4. Let me see. Every man of the house of Yasha'Allah that setteth up his idols in his heart, and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and cometh to the prophet, I the Lord will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols. And they don't give you New Testament scriptures, but it's also in the New Testament about the stumbling block. One precept that comes to mind is Isaiah 11 and 9. You can start from the 7th verse. Right, because they ministered unto them before their idols, and caused the house of Israel to fall, which is H 4383, which is stumbling block. The word is stumbling block. And to iniquity, therefore, have I lifted up mine hand against them, saith the Most High, and they shall bear their iniquity. So y'all gonna pay, y'all gonna get destroyed for teaching this madness. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom.